Okay, so I guess we're gonna do the.
You can go first, Lizzie.
Okay, so I was a nifty note taker, and I picked a couple of symbols and explained them. So my first symbol was on page 150, and in the novel, Nat asks Kit to deliver cargo to Hannah Tupper for him. I love this part because it's like Nat is Hannah's son, and he always takes care and sends Hannah stuff like that, and he's very sweet. So I put
The I love this part, the heart symbol.
yes. I just thought it was like very sweet that he do that. It's kind of like he was Hannah's son. Aiden?
I agree with what Kylie said, and I think like if you put it in different words, it could also be a connection by saying like if you thought about this about your family or some of your friends, it could also be kind of like a connection.
My next symbol was on page 151. In the novel, Judith gets mad that Nat talks to Kit in such an unmannerly way, but it confuses me because based on what I can read, it sounds like he's just being sarcastic. I'm really confused, so I put the question mark. Like, I'm really not sure what the author was trying to express to the characters. Can one of you clear that up for me?
Well, the symbol would be confused, and I'm thinking that he might kind of be sarcastic, but I'm not sure because I kind of got confused on that part too.
Like always, it could also be like I wonder or I'm confused because those can kind of go either way how you word it. But it's kind of like saying to clear it up for you. It's kind of like saying like I really don't like how he's saying because he doesn't have a lot of manners, and I think that you deserve a lot of manners.
Mm-hmm. So maybe it wasn't like sarcastic, but maybe I can infer that maybe it was something like it's actually serious.
Yeah.
On page 152 through 153, I can make a connection to the novel because there's a new governor that Uncle Matthew says will be a lot to talk about. Today, our new president will be the next president, and there is going to be a lot to talk about. So I put the
connection symbol, the arrow, 2 arrows.
Yes, I did. I could really connect that to what's going on in the world right now. So.
I agree with what you and Kylie said, and that's like a really good connection because they are getting a new governor and we're getting a new president, so we can relate to that a lot.
Aiden?
If you kind of word it differently, it could be like whatever you think world box, kind of like by saying like kind of like in the clever connection, like text to world, because you're referring to the world and like what's happening in today's world.
Yeah, I could have also put this is important because it is really important. They're talking about a new governor.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. On page 146 through 147, in the novel, Kit sees a burning oak tree at the doorstep. I'm surprised that she isn't freaking out like I would be in that situation, so I put the blank symbol.
OMG?
Yes. I was kind of surprised. I'm not sure if it was using like figurative language when she said that, but if that was really happening, then I would be kind of freaked out and clueless.
I can agree with what you said because when Miss Corville read that part to us, my first reaction was like, "Oh my gosh, did he really do that?"
Yeah, and it surprises me how calm she is. Aiden?
In the text, when it says it says, the maple tree in front of the doorstep burned like a gigantic red torch. So it's kind of using like a simile on top of maybe the figurative language. So
I'm going to have to agree with you because we know she says like. So on my last symbol was on page 152. In the novel, Uncle Matthew misses dinner because of the new governor they will have. This could be a This could be a character trait of him since he missed his own dinner of his household just to see a governor. So I put the
character trait
yeah,
symbol.
Sorry, I kind of let that slip. But I thought because they were Puritans, they were really strict about this kind of stuff. So it kind of puts me in shock. So I could also put the OMG symbol that he actually misses this for a silly governor? Kylie?
I was the clever connector last night, and I had to do text to text, or text to self, or text to world, or text to media. And my first one was, in the novel, Uncle Matthew is outside and Kit is spying on him. Uncle Matthew is worried about the new king messing things up and him taking the land away from the Puritans. In today's time, our new president, Trump, has gotten elected. Everyone is afraid and worried he is going to mess our country up. This is a connection also for the Puritans and the Americans of recent day. Mackenzie?
I would say that would be text world because you compared what they had to our world.
Does anybody have anything to add? Aiden?
I like what you said about that and the detail that you used. I would like to add that it could be like a text to media because there's tons of stuff going around on the news about like what's going on in the world. So with that, you could kind of just go either way.
Elizabeth?
I would like to predict that this will be a big part of the Wood family's life, I guess.
And ours. And for my second one, I did, in the novel, Judith and Kit go to see the dolphin. Kit gets a little homesick and feels as if she needs to get on the boat to go home. Our church in the summer takes a trip so we can go to camp. Church camp is a better word. I always get homesick. I can barely stay away from home. Elizabeth?
This reminds me of a time that when I also went to church camp and I felt kind of sick even though I was around all my family and friends.
Mackenzie?
You used the connection self because you were like just comparing yourself to other things, and I agree what you said because I get homesick a lot too.
Elizabeth?
I'd also like to add on to what I said. When I said like family, like kind of like people that I were so close to, that were my friends, I kind of called them my sisters.
Yeah, you called me your sister one time. Okay. And would anybody like to start a new topic? Mackenzie?
So I was artist, and I had to draw a picture and then write what the picture was. So, Aiden?
This is the part where the dolphin is docked at Saybrook.
Yes. Does anybody have anything to add on? Elizabeth?
I remember in the book, Judith and Mercy were looking at all the cargo and all the people getting off, and she was wanting to wait for Nat.
Kylie?
And this is also when like the dolphin's like coming up and they're all waiting around it, like waiting for it to come.
Yes.
And like Judith is really excited about it.
And what I wrote was, in this part, this is the part when the trading ship is coming up the river and everybody is watching it. Does anybody have a new topic? Aiden?
Okay, so last night I was the discussion director. Okay, so my first question is, based on text, how do you think Matthew will respond to the new governor of Connecticut? Elizabeth?
Well, I think this is a really touchy topic for Uncle Matthew, so I think it'll be kind of like, it'll be life-changing like we said earlier.
Kinsey?
Well, I think it will be like a really big adjustment, and I also agree with what Lizzie said.
Nat seems very jealous and dry when he talks to Kit. Do you think he likes her? Explain. Kylie?
He's probably just irritated her. Like everyone knows that he likes her, like as a good friend, like.
Yeah.
And he's probably just like irritated at her, and I never really got why. But then I looked back at the book last night, and it kind of cleared up to me. He's just irritated at her, not really doesn't like her anymore.
Okay. My next question is, why do you think Kit is so excited about it becoming fall? Explain using details from the text. Mackenzie?
Well, I think that she's very excited for fall because, like she said, and what Miss Corval has explained to us back then, where like she lived, it was a very plain and dull place, and autumn brings many colors because the trees are changing colors, so it makes the city seem more like lively and more fun to be.
anything, Lizzie?
I'm gonna have to agree with that. And I would like to add on that it kind of like brightens the place up more a little bit. So now we have to research now that the bell's done. So do we have
Does
have
anybody
anything,
need,
like a topic that we can research?
like, maybe we could do, like, maybe we could research the new, like, maybe we can research King James, since he's gonna take away their land, or Governor
Andres.
Governor Andros. Yes, Lizzie?
I found somewhere right here where it says on page, I think 150, it says something about sailcloth. It says, he came toward her with this light, buoyant step, carrying under his arm a bulky package wrapped in a bit of sailcloth. So, like, maybe we could research what sailcloth.
Sailcloth. Yeah, that's a good topic.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, good job.